Órale, los tres chingones boxing. Shouts to all the chingones y chingonas out there. Dispensa. My TV is like acting a little bit weird, man. But anyway, never mind that, man. Let's go ahead and let's get into some boxeo, Holmes. All right. So let's go ahead and let's bring in el gran chingon, el mero one, Mr. David Contreras.
Hey, Big Ed, what's going on, man? Excited about football starting. USC tomorrow. Hey, I can't wait for those games, and also for September 30th. Can't wait for that. And to see Mikey, the one-eyed bandit. He's coming on right now, and he'll tell you why he has one eye.
Hey, man, let's go ahead. Let's get the one-eyed man in here, and that's all he needs to see you, man. He just needs one. Imagine with two. Oh, let's bring him in here. Trouble. Yeah, from Mikey TV, one, Mr. Mike Zavala.
What's up, guys? El Pirata Morgan, aquí estamos listos, preparados para la pelea. Vámonos, Recio. Vámonos.
Hey, Mikey, we can't just go on like that, dog. we need to know what's up with the eye patch, homie. Is it working with the ladies? Is it what's up? You trying to show off, dog? Like what's going on with the eye patch?
Man, I wish, Ed, man. I wish I could be showing off, but as you can tell, my face. I got diagnosed with Bell's palsy last week. It's a condition when your face gets paralyzed. It just anybody can get it, just like Canelo. Anybody can get it. Mexicans, Dominicans, the can man. Anybody can get it. So your face gets paralyzed, and your eye, you got to have a patch because you can't blink your eye. And when you go to sleep, you could poke. You know, you scratch yourself. My eye doesn't. It's starting to close. I'm starting to see some improvement. I couldn't even talk. That it's called Bell's palsy, and it takes from like 3 weeks to a month to 6 months to recover. But luckily, I caught it early. I took some steroids and all that. Ando bien malo, and little by little, I'm seeing some improvement. But man, this is challenging, bro. It's all mental, man. It's challenging. Like you can't see, your jaw hurts, your ear hurts. You don't know what's what, and man, it's I don't know if it's because of the COVID vaccine. Because if you look at it. If you Google it, the COVID vaccine, this is one of the side effects, and also it's a side effect if you get COVID. The last time I had a headache like this, I had a big old headache, was when I got COVID, and that's how the same. I had the same thing. I had headaches, and then I woke up in the morning to brush my teeth. I couldn't close my eye, and then miraba chueco, I was like, hey, dude, I'm getting a heart attack. And they checked it. Yeah, you got Bell's palsy. It's a lot of people get it. Don't worry about it. This and that, but it could be a side effect of COVID. Or the COVID vaccine, or anybody can get it, just like the can man. Yeah.
And there's no, they don't say like, oh, you got it because of this.
No, it's a. Dave knows about it. His wife had it, so he could elaborate a little bit too, Dave, because you gave me some confidence. You gotta. I never had this before. It's challenging, but no, you just get it out of nowhere. You could get it. It's airborne or something, whatever. I don't know why I got it. I never had this ever. But I've been seeing, I've seen people with it. I had a buddy at the gym. Like, what happened? I don't know, dude, this and that. And I got it. I don't know, man. I don't know how you can get it. And according to the research, you don't know how to get it. Doctors don't even know.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, what it is, it's a virus. It's not a disease. It's a virus. It could be airborne. I mean, it could be blood related. It could be something he ate, but it's a virus. He was in the Dominican Republic. I'm not saying that everybody that goes over there is going to come back with it, but he could have picked it up over there. But it usually, I've had 3 camaradas and my sister that I've had it. It's not permanent. One camarada took 2 weeks. Another camarada, I believe, took 2 months. My sister, I believe, took 3 months. Another guy took 2 weeks. It all depends. But you know what? Mikey's doing a lot better. You're going to see every day it's going to get better. The steroids, they help a lot. And believe it or not, it's also, believe it or not, stress related. So you just got to chill. You can't worry about it. It's going to heal on its own. It's only a virus. Yeah. It's in you, and it's going to go away. But just try to be stress-free if you can.
Yeah.
Now
I was kind of stressed out, man.
Okay, now so it's stress related. So let's not criticize Canelo then.
Hey man, don't mess with Canelo, man. The face of boxing, man.
Hey Ed, you know what happened? He went to the Dominican Republic. He was trying to get laid over there. He was trying to pick up on all these chicks, and he wasn't getting nothing. So he started getting a lot of stress. Y le pasó eso, you know.
Hey man, it's a lot of pressure. You got to perform like Canelo, man.
Right.
Yeah, and
hey, Mikey, but your other side of the face, it feels perfect. It feels fine.
It feels good. It just, this side's numb, but I'm starting to get movement little by little. I'm starting to get my eyes twitching. I could close it a little bit, but not. This side gets paralyzed. This side is good, and it could be either you're getting a heart attack or you have Bell's palsy. So they did. So I went to emergency room. Can you squeeze? Yeah. Can you do this? Can you do? Yeah. Now you're good. Yeah. Bell's palsy. Like, all right. What do I do? And I was gonna go. Wait, take these steroids. This is like, all right. But what about? Yeah. Like what? Yeah. They don't really think like they've seen it before, and they know according to the research, it's gonna go away. There's like a 20% that you're gonna have to suffer. But I caught it early. My face is already twitching. My eyes are. I could close my eye a little bit, like more, but it's still, dude. I'd rather have my crooked mouth than my eye, dude. I can't close it. I'm brushing my teeth like I poquito, or I'm taking a shower. Dude, it's challenging, dude. I can't drive, dude. I was at real quick, Ed and Dave. I was at Ross. I want to go get a shirt or something with my little nephew, or whatever. Some dude was getting crazy, dude. I'm like, dude, my luck, he's getting crazy, right? Like next to me, I can't even see. I was like, man, dog, he caught me slipping, dude. I had to let it go, man. I was like, you know what?
Did you have the patch on?
No, I have my glasses. I have my sunglasses.
Patch on. Put the patch on and look at him and growl on him.
Guys with patches are tough.
I lick my knuckle.
You gotta be rocking that eye patch, homie.
Right. I am, dude. I think I got something going on right here, man. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah, growl at him. Don't talk to him. Just growl at him. Scaring people, man.
Yeah. Rock the eye patch and have a hat that says Smasher or something like that. Man.
Wow. All right, I'll take that in consideration.
All right, hey, gentlemen, let's get into some boxing, man. All right, one of the up-and-coming heavyweights is fighting tomorrow. Jared Big Baby Anderson. I don't know. Is he losing some steam, David? I mean, it's been kind of like the slow 2 weeks of boxing. Not a lot going on. Jared Big Baby Anderson, who's an up-and-coming rising boxer, he's fighting tomorrow against a nobody, pretty much, man. Are you excited for this? Are you going to be tuning in?
You know what? I'm going to watch it because you're the one that got me watching it.
Yeah.
Watching him. I wasn't a big fan, but you always talked about him. And I saw his last fight. He didn't look great. He didn't look outstanding. But I'm going to watch it because you know whom I would love to see him fight? That guy from Tulare. He just fought last week.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Richard Torres.
I would love to see him fight Richard Torres. I think that would be a great fight. And that's the only reason why I'm going to watch it. But I'm more excited about Usyk, and I know we're going to talk about that one.
Okay. Mikey, you're going to watch this fight tomorrow with Jared Big Baby Anderson?
Man, I'm not really a big fan. He's good. He's not great. I don't see special effects in him, just like Richard Torres or whatever that other guy is. They're good. They're little guys. He's just like, what 6'1", 6'2", more like a cruiserweight, but he's all right. I mean, last fight, he fought a veteran. You seen the holes in his game. It was a good fight, but, you know, he stepped through his competition. He needs to improve. One of the tendencies that I see in him is when he gets hit, he goes wild, and those are the things that you don't supposed to be doing, right? That's De La Hoya used to do that when he was young. He used to get hit. That's when De La Hoya used to go crazy, and that's when you see these tendencies in young fighters and experienced fighters. They're bringing him up slowly. He's good. He's all right, but man, if I miss the fight, I miss the fight. I'm not really too intrigued in him yet, but I've seen better prospects.
Yeah, I'm on I don't got a lot going on tomorrow night. During the day, I got a lot going on, but during night, so I'll tune in. I don't think it's going to be a spectacular fight. It's just for him to look good. One thing is that I like is that he's staying busy. You know, he is staying busy. Is it against great fighters? No, not really. But hey, man, at the very least, he's staying busy. So I like that about him. David, I honestly, man, I think Richard Torres Jr. will put hands on him. I think. I'm not sure. I won't stamp it.
Wow.
I won't stamp it. Yeah. But if I had to choose right now, I go Richard Torres Jr., man.
And you know what? And Richard Torres also fights for top rank. So, I mean, they can make that fight, right?
Yeah. I don't know if they're looking forward to making that fight. I think they want both of these guys to come up a little bit more and then maybe have like a major showdown down the line once everybody really knows who they are. But what's up to Impala, Vanessa, Joaquin, Dos Matador, Andres? Give it to everybody, man. All right, gentlemen, just moving right along, and we'll get to the Usyk thing in just a second, but something that I wanted to get to last week that we didn't have time, and this is a little bit of old news, but we never talked about it. We just ran out of time. But a fight that I was really looking forward to has been postponed, and I don't know if maybe it will possibly even be canceled. I'm talking about Callum Smith versus Arthur Beterbiev at 175 pounds. I was really looking forward to this fight. This fight was supposed to take place, I believe, at the end of last month, and it got postponed maybe about a month ago, and it just, we just always ran out of time. I understand that none of these guys are really like superstars, especially over here in the United States, but it was a fight that I was really looking forward to, man. The whole thing is, hey, let's get Bivol versus Beterbiev. That's the fight that everybody wants. And I kept on saying, like, hey, Holmes, everybody's sleeping on Callum Smith. He nearly killed a man at 175. Everybody's just thinking about, oh, Canelo beat him. Canelo beat him. Yes, Canelo did beat him. But then he moved up to 175. He's been great over there. And I kept on saying, Callum Smith can go in there and beat Arthur Beterbiev. And I don't want to put Fetty on that. But I got some really good confidence that Callum Smith can beat Arthur Beterbiev. The fight got pushed. I don't know till when. Looks like it's probably going to happen sometime next year. David, what was your thoughts about this fight, man? And what's your thoughts about it getting postponed?
You know what? I'm not sure why it got postponed. I was looking forward to that fight. But I believe it's January 23rd. I don't know why I read somewhere in January that it is going to happen in January. So I know it is going to happen. I don't know why. Do you know why it was postponed? Did one of them get hurt or something?
I think it was Beterbiev that got hurt. Giola JC. Okay. I think it was Beterbiev that got hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was looking forward to it. It's going to be a good fight. Yeah.
Okay. Mikey?
Yeah, I mean, man, I'm a big Beterbiev fan, dude. The only thing that could beat him is Father of Time. Man, he's phenomenal. He can box and he can bang. We've seen it in numerous fights. He's smart, dude. His last fight versus what was the other
Joe Smith?
I think he was.
Joe
no,
Smith,
no, it wasn't Joe Smith.
Beterbiev?
No, the following one. He fought a Morenito.
Moreno. Yes.
Anthony Yard.
Anthony, amen.
Yeah.
He was cautious, but he was also a warrior. He was also banging, but he was banging cautiously. He showed footwork. He counter punching. That guy's phenomenal, dude. I don't think Colin Smith can hang with him. Colin Smith, this is his real weight class. Yes, he was a champion at that, but he was too big for that weight class. Canelo beat him, and he moved to cruiserweight. I mean, moved to 175, and he looked phenomenal. But let's keep it real. When keeping it real goes wrong, he knocked out three guys, two guys, and nearly killed one. But can we name those guys? I don't know who they are. But I can name Better be if the guys he almost killed that he probably sent to the hospital. He took Joe Smith to the hospital for sure. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want to see this fight, but I want to see the Bivol fight. And yes, Colin Smith is phenomenal. He's great, but you can't. My boy will put him to sleep, man. I called it right here. Tres Chingones boxing. La boca chueca, right?
You know what? Okay, Tony Boswell says this. He says, "I think Smith has a good chance. He has had 2 knockouts since moving up. Plus, the fight is off till January. Better BF can't stay young forever." That is very true, man. Better BF is scratching at 40-year-olds, man. He's knocking at that door, man. So, I mean, look, Colin Smith, again, I'm not saying I'm picking him to win. I'm just saying, man, do not, if everybody's just talking about the best at 175, you got, even if you mention him at third, that's fine, but you got to mention Colin Smith, and I'm glad he's got a title shot, man. David, do you ever think that we see Bivol versus Better BF? Do you think that fight ever does happen?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, I mean, if Callum Smith beats him, we'll see Callum Smith against Bivol. But I'm with Mikey. I don't see Callum Smith beating him. I really don't. I would love to see, instead of seeing Callum Smith, I would love to see Callum Smith fight the winner of Bivol and Better Beef. That's the fight that I want to see. That's the one that I'm excited. I wish that they postponed Smith and Bivol again, and just, I mean, because Bivol's looking for a dance partner right now, you know, and I mean, just throw in Better Beef in December, and then let Callum Smith fight the winner of that fight. Now I would be that I'd be excited about. I mean, he needs a dance partner. There's Better Beef. I'm sure he'll be okay by December.
Yeah, hey man, both of you guys are overcooking my huevos rancheros, man, with all this looking down on Colin Smith, Holmes. Since he went up to 175, okay, Mikey, you're right. Since he went up to 175, he's looked great, but you're right, man. What's the competition looking like? Okay, look, 175 does not have a lot of killers. It's got names, but yeah, the killers are Bivol and Better BF. Colin Smith too, man. Like,
he's in there. He's in the mix.
Yeah, he's definitely in there. Bivol has not fought this year at all. And by the way, I don't think he's going to fight. I really don't think he's going to fight at all this year, man. Bivol. That's sad to say, Holmes, because he's coming off of last year where a lot of people rated him as fighter of the year. I'm not one of them, but that he was fighter of the year. Mikey, do we ever see Better BF versus Bivol?
Dude, this is the thing I don't understand. Who is the government involved in boxing? Who, or not the government, but the sanctioning bodies, or is it the WBC that something that they couldn't make the fight or make it a championship fight because of the war in Ukraine, Russia and Ukraine? The last time I heard, they're still going to war. So I don't even know if their assets are going to be frozen, or I don't understand this crap. This is boxing, dude. These guys don't represent, just because they're Russian or all that. They didn't start the war. You know what I mean? So why do they have to suffer from what's going on around the world? You know what I mean? So that's the thing I don't respect, and I don't understand, and I feel bad for these guys. I don't even know if this fight's going to happen. Is it going to be sanctioned? Are they going to fight for a belt?
That is true.
But you know what, guys? So what? They could still fight. Just they won't fight for the WBC belt.
What about their assets being frozen? That's a rumor.
Yeah, I know, but Bivol has a WBC, IBF, the WBO. So, and it's the Better Beef or Bivol. I mean, I'm sorry, Bivol has a WBA. The other three, Better Beef has. So they fight. And the only fight that the belt that they don't put up is WBC, but they fight for the WBO, IBF, the WBA. Put WBC up on the fence. You know what I mean? Why do they have to fight for the WBC? I mean, all of a sudden the WBC becomes this sanctimonious company when they were going to have transvestites fight a couple of months ago. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Man, you know what I mean? I mean, these guys
nothing wrong with that, but that's weird.
Watch that. You know what I mean? And yet, right now, because of Russia, dude, it's all about the money. You know what? Put WBO up on the shelf and fight for the other 4 belts. And screw WBC. right?
You know what? I completely forgot about that, and we talked about it right here.
The WBC, man.
Yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
World Boxing Corruption, WBC, man.
Yeah, I don't know where the WBC. Yeah, I don't know where the WBC. You know what? As a matter of fact, honestly, I think that will send a message to the sanctioning bodies, saying like, hey, you know what? We don't care about your damn belts. We care about fights.
Exactly.
Fights. We want to see the best fights. We're not worried about your damn belts, Holmes.
We don't care about your belt.
Yeah, you come at. By the way, a lot of those belts are ugly too, man. But hey, we care about fights. All right, your belt. Tell me over here coming like, oh, he's from Russia, so we're not going to sanction this fight. Like, get out of here with that nonsense, man.
Exactly.
Stop it, Holmes. You know. But yeah, that's something that I really wanted to talk about. I know it's kind of old news, but you know, that's something I really wanted to talk about because I was really looking forward to that fight, man. But hey, you know, unfortunately, to everybody, I really don't think Bivol fights this year. I really don't, man. If he does, it'll probably be later in the year against somebody we probably never heard of. But guys, let's go ahead and let's get to Alexander Usyk. Okay, he's fighting Daniel Dubois tomorrow. Alexander Usyk is one of the world champions in the heavyweight division, beating Anthony Joshua, who's one of the biggest stars in boxing. Not once, but he beat him twice. I don't hear anybody talking about Alexander Usyk. It's something that I've been saying for a long time. You need to market yourself. Alexander Usyk is defending his heavyweight championship tomorrow that he rightfully won. He earned it by beating the champion twice, and nobody even cares. David, what do you make about Alexander Usyk, man? Is he just getting buried in the boxing world?
Whose fault is it? I mean, before let's use Charlo as an example.
Okay.
I mean, before Charlo was with Top Rank never pushed Charlo. And for whatever reason, Top Rank isn't pushing Usyk. You know what I mean? It's not Usyk's fault. I mean, dude, Usyk is an outstanding fighter, man. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy was he united all the belts at cruiserweight. He went up to heavyweight, started not knocking people out, but beating Anthony Joshua, beating world champions. I mean, he owns 4 or 3 out of the four main belts. With that said, whose fault is it? It's Top Rank. Top Rank has all the fault. I mean, they really need to push this guy. This guy's hilarious. I mean, you see him taking pictures, always making faces. He's dancing. I mean, he's doing what he needs to do. But Top Rank, he needs to leave Top Rank. He needs to do what Crawford did and push himself, and I'll guarantee you people will know who he is, without a doubt. I mean, the guy's hilarious. The guy's he's a damn good fighter, very good fighter, one of the best, I believe. But Top Rank's not doing nothing for him.
Okay, Mikey, he beat Anthony Joshua, one of the biggest stars in all of boxing, twice to solidify himself as world champion in the heavyweight division. He fights tomorrow, and nobody cares, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. He's a phenomenal fighter, IQ, footwork, southpaw, former undisputed champion at cruiserweight, gold medalist. If you want to look at one of his weaknesses, don't look at his professional fights. You got to go all the way to the amateurs and see when Beterbiev knocked him out with a body shot. That's the only weakness you see. That's what I didn't know. I've been doing a little research, and he fought Beterbiev in the amateurs, and he dropped him with a body shot. Do not quote me on this. That's what I my little research that I said, and it's true, man. This guy, he looks phenomenal, and he went up. He's not really a heavyweight, 6'1", 6'2", right, something like that, and he's moving up to heavyweight. And he beat Anthony Joshua, domination. Second fight, he got hurt a little bit, but he dominated him. He beat him. I mean, it's Top Rank's fault. He has to market himself. He needs to learn some English, man. Canelo learned some English. Pacquiao learned some English.
He's learning English. He just gave
an interview. English?
Yeah, in English.
Okay.
And people laughing.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's a start. You know what I mean? That's a start. He needs to market himself. He needs to transcend. He needs to transcend to white America, to America, across the pond, everywhere. It's like he's good, but he's missing something. It's that marketability. And unfortunately, time's ticking, and he needs to step it up, man. Top rank and him. But man, this guy, he's fighting the wall. I saw a little bit of highlights of the wall. He's a big heavyweight. He has 20 fights, 19 knockouts, and he hits hard, dude. But does the boy have the IQ, the footwork to fight a southpaw? Because you know these pesky southpaws, how he's going to be. I don't know, but he lands. Hey, man, he hits hard, dude. The boy hits hard. But I'm gonna go for Usyk footwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, everybody on here that's tapping in and asking what happened to Mikey. We talked about it in the first 5 minutes. We don't want to be, repeating it and everything. So you guys could just go back. We talked about it on the top of the program, man. So you guys can go check it out. Dubois, look, man, Dubois is just big. I mean, he's a big, heavy, and he does hit hard. But I'm with you, Mikey. He does not have any ring IQ, man. He just doesn't. Smarts, being smart in there, and Alexander Usyk is definitely smart. It is. I can't think of it, man. I mean, if we rewind, 30 years ago, and we're talking about, heavyweight champion of the world is defending their title, it's like everybody knows about it. Now, today with Usyk, at least with Usyk, it's like, oh, that's right. He is fighting tomorrow. Is he? What time? Where? Like, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody really cares, man. It's like, hey, this guy beat, arguably the biggest star in boxing. Yeah, you could argue it's Canelo. You can also argue it's AJ. Okay, I'm not saying he is, but he's definitely somewhere in that category. And I don't even think Alexander Usyk is that marketable across the pond either, man. He's Eastern European, so and all the, all the popularity and everything's all on the Western side. Yeah, man, this guy, David, where was he interviewed? I didn't see his interview.
He's interviewed by that real pretty young lady, Michelle something. He was just interviewed yesterday. He was actually, she goes, you're learning English? She goes, of course, I'm learning English. And, he wasn't a full Canelo interview. And then as soon as she took the microphone off, he started making faces at her. I mean, he's real funny. The guy is funny. Hilarious, man. He is very funny. I really like that guy, man. I like the way he fights. I mean, he's not a knockout artist, but I mean, the cruiserweight, he was undefeated in cruiserweight. And I mean, he got all the belts and then goes up to heavyweight. Man, the guy's he's good, very good.
Okay. All right. First of all, JC is saying is Michelle Joy Phelps.
Yeah, that's her. Yes.
Okay. I was probably thinking like Christina Ponch or something, but okay. All right. Look, is he good? Yes, he's good. All right. His amateur career is good and everything. People keep on talking about him in the cruiserweight division. Look, I'm not saying he's not a great fighter, but
who's that?
Usyk, Alexander Usyk.
You don't think he's a great fighter?
No. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just simply saying it was the cruiserweight division. Come on, man. There's nothing going on in the cruiserweight division. There hasn't been in many years in the cruiserweight division. But the fact that he moved up and he beat Joshua twice. Yeah. Clearly, by the way. Clearly, it's not like, oh, man, I don't know. At the end of the fight, I don't know who's going to win, who the judges are going to give it to. It's like, no. He beat him twice, hands down. So he's definitely going to beat Dubois. It sucks, man, because he's not being marketed well.
He's not.
Maybe now he's starting to realize, like, hey, I got to start marketing myself. Yes. So if he's becoming a funny guy or something, that's good. However, I hope that doesn't kill his instinct. His killer instinct, man, that these Eastern Europeans have. They're not that funny. They don't smile a lot. They're pretty serious. You don't know when they're happy. You don't know when they're sad. You don't know when they're mad. Their facial expression is pretty much the same, man. And I like that in these Eastern European guys, man. So if he's going to be over there, start clowning around, that's cool. That's great. So people could really start, connecting with you. But hopefully it doesn't kill his killer instinct, Holmes.
Hey, Ed, who would you like to see him fight? What fight would make him great other than Tyson Fury? Give me one heavyweight right now that you would, if he would beat him, which I know he probably could, and you would say, you know what, this guy's good. Give me one other than Du Bois tomorrow. Give me one. other than Wilder.
Okay. Right now, there's not really many great heavyweights, but who I would like to see him get in there, and I think it'd be a pretty decent fight, and we're gonna get into him next, is Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, that's a good style.
If he fights Andy Ruiz, I'm not going to say if he beats Andy Ruiz, which I think he does. I'm not going to say, oh, that means he's great. Like, no, I think he's great already. I don't want anybody to mistake what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying giving him so much props for the cruiser. I'm like, it's the cruiserweight division. There's not a lot going on at the cruiserweight division. I still think he's great, though.
But think about it. He went after the monster, man. Even though, he's not the same Anthony Joshua. But I agree with JC. Joyce would be a good fight. Sang would be a good fight. That big Sang.
The
Asian guy. That'd be pretty good. Hey, which moves us on to the Cheeseman, man. So Deontay Wilder was in the gym, and they put a camera in front of him. It looks like we're getting closer and closer and closer to a Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua fight, possibly next year or in the beginning or at the end of this year. I'm thinking it's probably going to happen more next year. But he was also asked, hey, what happened with the whole Andy Ruiz situation? Wasn't it mandated for you guys to fight? And then they retracted that mandate. And Deontay Wilder said this, okay, take it for whatever value that you guys want to take it. But he said, Andy Ruiz is asking for 25 million for the fight with Deontay Wilder. And Wilder said, to his credit, he said, this is not even a championship fight. It's not a championship fight. He asked for too much. He's asking for 25 million. Is he telling the truth? Is he lying? I don't know. But I'm just saying that's he's not the only one I heard that from. I've heard that from a few other people. David, is Andy Ruiz just pricing himself out? And what's he looking for?
You know what? Andy Ruiz, don't get me started at Andy Ruiz, man. I'll put that video again showing his nalgas full of tattoos. Chicanos don't do that. Yes, he did. You know what? Andy Ruiz didn't want it, man. If he really wanted, Andy Ruiz is trying to get that paycheck. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not disciplined. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You know what? Even if they're going to pay him $500,000, get in the ring, put your name back up there again. Once again, he's trying to get that paycheck. I knew it wasn't going to happen because he's trying to get that one last paycheck of $20 million. He's never going to get it. He's not worth it.
Okay. Hey, Raider, I'll give it to you with Tony Bellew. Yeah. It's just cruiserweight. I don't think there's a lot of great fighters there, man. But I will say Tony Bellew, yes. Mikey, what do you say about Andy Ruiz, man? And that's going on that he wanted 25 million for the Wilder fight, which clearly he wasn't going to get.
20 will give you 10, so maybe he's playing that, but man, I guess the negotiation tactic, I guess it's not working because there's a rumor, right, that Wilder's going to fight Joshua. So, but we don't know until it's signed and sealed, right? Because that's what Canelo. He's gonna fight this guy. Oh, because this guy wants to give him more. He doesn't want to give. He's asking for too much. So Canelo's gonna fight this guy, and the fight gets announced, and then this guy they finally agree. We've seen it, so we haven't seen it in concrete. But Andy Ruiz, man, he wants 25, though. 25, and if he gets 10 to 15, man, he got a nice bag. So we don't really know 100%, but you go high, and then to get 20 will give you 10. So. Let's see if the negotiation works. If not, man, his manager or his dad, whatever, they suck. So we'll see what happens.
I'm glad you brought up his dad because Wilder brought up his dad. And that's who I guess was trying to ask for 25 million for this fight. And I was just kind of like, okay, if that is true, if that's how much they're asking for, dog, you are way overpricing this, man. I think it's a good fight. I think the fight does make money. But nowhere in the realm to be paying you 25 million, homie. Like, that's not, you got to be a little bit more reasonable than that. It would have been good. I would have liked it. Gracias, Vanessa. I would have definitely liked it. So, David, do we see Andy Ruiz in the ring this year?
I think the
till
only
the end of the year.
I think they're going to see him at Folsom Prison at the boxing ring there. I don't think we're going to see him in a boxing ring in America. I think that Lupillo Rivera, because he's screwing his wife or ex-wife, le va a dar un pinche balazo en la cola. And I think if anything, I don't think we're going to see him. No, I don't think. I really don't. I mean, he comes up, yes, I'm back again, but yet he's screwing everything that moves. He's a drunk. He's undisciplined. Dude, we're not going to see him unless, I mean, no. And he's pricing himself out. And I think it's purposely because he's not ready to box again. I think he's done. I think he's a one-hit wonder. And I liked Andy. Like I said, I followed his whole career. I liked Andy a lot. But when he showed what he showed with Robles, number one, undisciplined. Number two, disloyalty. To me, loyalty means everything in the world. It means everything in the world. And when he showed disloyalty after he became a champion, slap Robles, you know what? You get you reap what you sow, without a doubt.
Okay. Cesar Torres saying Usyk is not with Top Rank. He's with Skill Challenge. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought he was. Yeah.
Mikey,
he needs to go somewhere, so they're going to promote him.
Mikey, for the rest of the year, man, do we see Andy Ruiz in the ring? Even if it's against a complete nobody, but do we see him in the ring?
Man, according to what I see on YouTube and his workouts, dude, he lost weight, dude. He looks like he's ready. He looks in shape. He's not fat. You know what I mean? He looks trimmed up. So, I mean, he needs to fight, man. So he looks like he's ready. So hopefully, man, he gets a fight. We can't count that Wilder fight out yet. Still, until the fight's signed and sealed. But I think we'll see him. We'll see him because he's training. He is trimmed up, man. He is. It looks like he's ready.
Well, you know what? He's at 209, Mikey. 209.
Huh?
At 6'1", 6'2", at 209 fighting these guys. I mean, 209. It's a chaparro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he's like 5'11", 6 feet. But he was like 509, right? He was like 300 something pounds.
Yeah. He was really up there at one point.
Yeah, he looks trimmed up, even though that chaparro, he's still 209. But you know, that's why he's a heavyweight, but a short heavyweight. Man, I wish that David Tuas and all these dudes were there because that would have been bangers right there, man. But yeah.
And you know what, Dos Matador? That's the thing, man. Look, to me, Andy Ruiz is pretty much a one-hit wonder, man. When he beat Anthony Joshua, and that was basically it. But that's the thing, Dos Matador. I know he's got money in real estate and stuff like that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I don't, maybe he's not, or maybe he's just teamed up with his dad. But I've been told by quite a few people that hey, he's got money invested in real estate. Whether it's him or he's partnered with his dad, I think from what I heard, it's his dad more in it, and Ruiz just supplies the feria for the most part. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just telling you guys how I heard it, but yeah, he might just be like, you know what, we're probably doing good over here, and I'll only go back if I'm gonna get 20-25 mil. So I don't think we see him, dog. I not for the rest of this year. I don't think we do. Should we? Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool, man. I think it'd be pretty cool to see him, even if he goes in there against a complete nobody, just so he could get everybody talking. But I'm with you, Mikey. We cannot count that fight off. This is boxing. So, things change like that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Gentlemen, and I talked about this earlier in the week, man. Crawford, Terrence Bud Crawford, okay, the son of Nebraska. He's entertaining two things, okay? He's entertaining a Tank Davis fight at 147. Should Tank move up to 147, which is not going to happen. And he's also entertaining a fight with Canelo Alvarez. He's saying that, yeah, he'll move up. Okay, if these guys take those fights. Crawford has already said that he's moving up to 154, yet he has not had a fight there yet. David, what's your thoughts on Terrence Bud Crawford?
I like it. I mean, everybody was talking about before Spence lost. Spence is going to be the number 3 fight against Canelo. Spence. Well, Crawford took him to school. I like it. And you know what? He's 5'8", just as tall as Canelo. And Canelo started at 147. You know, I know Crawford started at 135, but Crawford is strong as an ox. I love that fight. But I would like to see Canelo after this fight Benavidez, and then fight Crawford, or fight Crawford and then fight Benavidez. But Benavidez has to be part of that three part deal that they have with PBC with Al Heyman. But I like it. I look forward. I think Crawford, and you know what? I think Crawford would give him a darn good fight. I think it's not going to be an easy fight for not
Crawford will get Canelo fight.
I think he will.
I mean,
oh yeah. His style of fighting. I think it would be a great fight, man. His leg work. I mean, I think it'd be a great fight.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a better fight than he fought Spence. If he fought Spence, it'd be a better fight. I think it'd be a better fight than if Canelo would have fought Spence, and I think it'd be a better fight than Canelo versus Charlo. I think Crawford will be a much better fight than the Charlo fight.
Wow. All right, Mikey, remember about the stress, but go for it.
No, you know what, Dave? I've heard this point before. Dave said it, and you know what? It's true. In order to beat Canelo or give Canelo a hard time, you gotta have footwork, man. You seen the guys that give Canelo Floyd, Lara, you know what I mean? Until Canelo learned how to cut ring and learn how to do that. But if you move, you make it an interesting fight, and that's what I think Charlo's gonna do. He's not gonna bang with Canelo. He even in his workouts, you see him work on his footwork and angles. So on paper, Crawford will give Canelo a hell of a fight, hell of a footwork, and will tag Canelo. But like Joe Lewis said, man, you can ride, but you can't hide, man. You can run, but you can't hide. Canelo will knock him out, will destroy him. Why? He's a 147-pounder that never fought at 54, 60, or 68. So what Crawford is trying to say on the Joe Rogan, he said that I want to fight Canelo at 168. And Joe Rogan said, I think you meant to say 154. No, 168. So he's going to skip all those divisions. I've never seen nobody do that. Skip, 3 divisions and win. Mikey Garcia did it. He moved up from 140 and he moved up to 135, 140 to 147, to fight Spence. But 3 divisions, I got to really do my research. Man, dog. They're the same height, but body-wise and punch, is he going to fade out after the second half of the fight? Can he take a punch? How is his power going to translate? These are all the questions we're going to have. And Canelo has been there before. That's his weight. He's been punched by 175-pounders. He trains with cruiserweights. It's like you're fighting a mini Mexican Mike Tyson. Oh man, I think he's doing it for a payday. And hey, you got to get paid, man. You got to get paid. So I'm down, but. I didn't
say he was going to win. I just said it would be. I said it would be a good fight. I think it would be a good fight, and I think it would probably go to decision. But I think it would be a good fight for Canelo. I think it'd be an excellent fight. But I didn't say he's going to win, and I don't see him winning. I don't see him winning.
I'm calling a knockout right here.
David, okay, now let's talk about the other fighter. Do you think Tank moves up to 147 to fight Bud?
Oh, well, those. I mean. I think there's a big difference there. I mean, Tank? I mean, I'm not a big Tank fan. You know that. You know what I mean? Crawford would slap Tank around. I mean, put Tank in there with, and I keep throwing Camarón. Put Tank with real killers at 135. Tank. I mean, Tank can't even beat everybody at 135. Now you're going to put him up against a killer like Crawford? There's no comparison. I don't see a comparison. Canelo, Crawford and Tank, I don't see a comparison at all. No.
Mikey, do you think there's any chance Tank moves up to 147? Crawford said he will only stay at 147 if Tank moves up.
I mean, no. We're talking about Enanito again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Tank's a paper champion. Tank doesn't fight nobody. He never fought a champion. Tank's never been a real champion. It's all fake, dude. His career they've hit him nothing but like tomato cans or guys with names, and he looks phenomenal. I think Tank has skills, but he always has those clauses, and he fights at a catch weight. It's all fake, dude. Tank is not the real deal. Holyfield. Put him with Shakur Stevens. Put him with Loma. Put him with somebody. He's gonna fight Pitbull Cruz. That's a good fight. I like Pitbull Cruz. I like that fight, but that's not the fight that I really want. And Tank, man, he will destroy Tank, man. Tank came out of jail and now he's in the Mayweather witness protection. Fresh out of jail to the Mayweather witness protection, man. Tank is not a real deal. He's not a fighter. He's not. They take care of him, man. And he's not the face of boxing. Point blank, I'm keeping it real, man.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Crawford entertaining both of these fights, Tank Davis and Canelo. Okay, both of them are a little bit unrealistic. One more than the other. I think the Tank fight is completely unrealistic. I truly believe Tank will not move up to 147 at all. The Canelo fight, I think it's unrealistic, but it's more likely than the Tank situation. The thing that these two fights have in common, yes, they're weight classes, not one weight class. They're multiple weight classes away. The thing that these fights have in common is money, feria, the dough, homie. One thing that unfortunately Crawford has never really made. Crawford, while he is an elite fighter, he's never.
Say that again, Ed. Say that again. Because you didn't just say that a year ago. Can you say that again?
While he is an elite fighter.
Finally.
While he is an elite fighter, he's never really racked in the cash. No. The biggest payday he just had it with Spence. And we don't know if Spence is going to activate his rematch clause. So Crawford, he's about to be 36 years old. Mm-hmm. Now, I truly believe, this is just my belief, just from seeing Bud Crawford. Look, they had a parade for Terrence Crawford in Omaha, Nebraska. I watched, the highlights of it and everything. I mean, they treat him like a king over there, okay? This guy, all the greatness that he's done in the ring and in the sport of boxing, he's never been paid great. So he's getting closer. He's about to be 36. Mm-hmm. I don't think Crawford is looking for the next great fight. I don't think Crawford is looking to fight Tim Tszyu or let me fight the best. I think that, again, this is just my personal opinion. I think Crawford is done with all this. Oh, give me the best. I want the next best fight. Let me prove that I'm the best. I believe that Crawford is saying, Charlie, I proved all that already. I'm going to be 36 years old, man. Okay? I'm not going to be fighting forever. He's not a great talker. So he's not going to be broadcasting any fights. The guy doesn't talk much. He's not going to be on radio. He's not going to be on radio. He's not going to be on television. He's not going to start his own podcast. He's not going to be doing any of these things. The guy can't talk. This is his moneymaker. So I don't think Crawford is looking for any more great fights, any more, give me the number one contenders. I think he is 100% just looking for money. Damn all these other fights, all these other great fights that people want to see me in. Charlie, I already had great fights. I'm already a Hall of Famer. Get me paid. I want money. And that's that is the one thing that both of these fights, Tank and Canelo more than Tank, definitely, but both of these would bring in a bigger payday, I believe, than he's ever had. I believe it brings in a more money than he made with Spence. And and I don't blame Crawford. He's going to be 36, fellas. He hasn't made any real serious money like that, man. So I know people want him to fight Tim Tszyu. As a boxing fan, I want to see it.
Boots Ennis.
Yeah, Boots Ennis. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see all these. Yeah, I would like to see all these fights. But if I were Crawford, I'd be like, dog, I proved myself, man. And I never made any real serious money. Man, screw all that. I'm done proving myself. I want to get paid.
Yeah, but you know what, Ed? I don't see Canelo fighting Crawford. I think Canelo, I don't see Canelo accepting that fight. I think right now everybody has Crawford up there, even though I think it'd be a good fight. I think what's probably going to happen, Canelo's going to spank Charlo. Charlo's going to go back, fight Costa Sul, and he's either going to win or lose. It depends how bad he gets beat by Canelo. And then I see Charlo fighting the winner of that. And I think that Charlo will probably beat Costa Sul. You know what I mean? Whether he does or not, but that's where I see Charlo going. I don't see Canelo calling Charlo up 2 weight classes. I don't see that happening. I really don't. I'd like to see Crawford. I'm sorry, Crawford. I don't see Crawford, Canelo calling Crawford up. I don't see that. Even though Crawford's saying it, Crawford could say, I mean, Tazoo yesterday just came out saying, I want Canelo next. I mean, he's even saying it. And he's fighting.
They want the Canelo sweepstakes, man.
Oh, you know what I mean? So, I mean, they're all saying it. I don't see Canelo even saying, okay, Crawford, come on up. I just don't see it.
I agree.
Do you see it?
No. I agree, David. I agree. I'm saying one is more likely than the other. The Tank one, I don't think happens at all. The Canelo one, I don't think it happens either, but I think it's more likely than the Tank fight. But my point is this. My point is just Crawford does not care about proving himself anymore. He's going to be 36. He's fought so many years in boxing and's never made any real serious money when you compare him to a lot of these other great fighters. And I don't blame the guy. He wants money. Hey, that's it, man. The best of my career is behind me. I'm a Hall of Famer. I need retirement, Fedia. And in 147 and at 154, name me a fight where there's a lot of money for him. There's a couple of okay paydays, but where's the big money for him at 147 or even 154? There is none.
I mean, the Charlo fight would be some pretty good money.
But it's not,
okay.
Virgil Ortiz. That's a great fight at 54.
I
think he's sick.
Oh, Mikey, I agree. I would love to see that, dog, but it's not a lot of money. Let me go ahead and combat what you're saying, David. Okay. Jermell Charlo has not fought. We're getting close to 2 years, right? I don't know. It's been well over a year. He fought the beginning of last year. Okay. Now he's going to get the biggest payday in Canelo. How soon does he come back to fight? You know,
or does he come back? Maybe he just said, hey, I got my 20, 30 million. Goodbye.
Yeah. Or does it come back? Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that Crawford is a broke fighter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he has not been making money as a great fighter. He has not been up there getting those big paydays. Remember what Bob Arum said about him? He said he's losing money with Terrence Crawford. I'm not saying Crawford is broke, that he's going to be, you know, in the back of the 7-Eleven asking for change. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he hasn't been making those big money fights. So at 36 years old, I believe he wants to get big paydays.
Yeah, I exactly know what you're talking about, Ed, where you're coming from. Time's ticking. He's in position to get the bags he really wants and to call shots. Yeah, I want to fight Canelo. Yeah, the names they're calling him out too. Yeah. So he's in position and time is ticking. This is a young man's sport. He's 36, about to be 37, and 3 years go by fast, and it's a wrap. And he's got a nice bag. He's not broke, but he's in position right now to call out Canelo. Hey, there's a possibility he could, if Charlo got it, why can't he get the fight? He is the number one pound for pound, according to everybody. So, or a Tank fight in a catchweight, he wants that bag so much that he'll probably fight Tank at 136. And look at how much money Ryan Garcia. And definitely Tank will fight him. He'll definitely fight him at 136.
You know what? Raider LA is completely right. Raider LA, you just pinned it up and it erased. You got somebody else on, but Raider LA said it right. You know what? Here we are talking about Crawford and Canelo and all, but dude, he has that mandatory against Spence. So that's going to be, Spence already called it. He wants it at 154. So that's going to be his next fight. And it's probably going to be.
He hasn't activated it.
Oh, I thought he did. I thought after the fight he activated it.
No, he's saying he's saying he wants it, but he has not activated the rematch clause yet.
I have a feeling that he's going to activate it. I mean, why not?
Could be.
I mean, he can make the money, and then now Crawford's going to say 154, 147, and I think Crawford's going to say, let's go 154, and by then we'll already have the winner of Charlo, and then Charlo will come back, and then that's where we see Crawford staying at 154. And the one that I don't see him ever fighting, not right now, anytime soon, is Boots Ennis, even though I would like to see it.
That's Crawford a bad fight. I want to see that fight, man.
I don't see
him
coming back to 147. Else, I think 154 after that rematch. And I think the rematch is going to be activated. I really do.
Could be. Hey, Martin, 94.
Yeah, that's a good bag. The rematch, I'm not watching it.
Huh? Neither.
Hey, Martin, 9400. That's not what I've seen. Okay. If you saw that, then we saw something different, but that's not what I seen, man. Again, I don't want to make it seem like Crawford is poor. That's not what I'm saying at all. Virgil fighting anymore? Don't know, man. Don't know. We know that he's moving up to 154, but that was somewhere around like the last thing I heard from him. So I'm not really sure, man. Hey guys, just to finish it up, did you guys see the press conference of Tommy Fury and KSI? I know we don't really talk too much of like the YouTube fighters and stuff like that. Did you guys see any of that stuff?
No, I didn't see it.
No,
I don't even know who KSI is. Who's KSI?
I mean, he's another YouTuber, and you guys know Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
So that's Tommy Fury's dad, who's Tyson Fury's dad.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So then, why is Tyson Fury talking?
By the way, there's the press conference that they had earlier this week. KSI is that dude on the left, the black dude, man, and he's pretty pissed, and things go crazy, man. Check it out.
Let's see. Let's watch it.
Fighting, man. My son will fight him now, and I'll fight anyone in the building. Now, let's get a fucking ball rolling. Get the cake and shove it right your asshole before I do it.
John,
All
thank
these
you, John.
Little kids, I'm a machine. Me, and can anybody question who I am here? If I say, come on, come and get it done.
Loco. Now we know where Tyson Fury gets it from.
All right. As we let play on, man. I mean, whether this is staged or not, which I'm not sure it is, man, but it was somewhat entertaining. But I wouldn't really want look at him go, man. I wouldn't want every press conference to be like this. But do you think some of the press conference need to be built up a little bit more? Something along this line, David?
No, dude, this isn't WWE, bro. This isn't lucha libre. We're professionals. You know what I mean? This is real. No, man. These are a bunch of clowns, man. I mean, yeah, these are a bunch of clowns, man. We're professional. When I say that, the boxing world, you know, us Mexicanos, we're professionals, you know? These are payasos. Yeah.
Mikey, do you like seeing, maybe not to this extent, but do we need a little bit more entertainment in some of these press conferences?
Oh man, I love it. Oh yeah, man. I'm cut from a different cloth, man.
Whoa! Who's that big dude? You know what I mean? Is that him? Is that the KSI guy?
The guy jumping around right now. That's Logan Paul. That's Jake Paul's brother. He's fighting too. He's fighting.
He's fighting too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But Mikey, what do you think, man?
I like showman. I like this drama. Like Tyson when he used to get all crazy. Mayorga, Maromero Paez, the Morales versus Barrera. They se descontaron. Boom, boom. I like when Canelo when he slapped what's the name? It went viral. I like all that. I like as long as they don't get cut and the fight don't get postponed. I'm down, man. I'm down for that. When Vargas they had a glass and Mayorga were going at it, it was funny, man. And it's entertaining. long as they don't get cut and they swing at each other and the fight could be postponed or I like it. I like it. I like when the dads talk trash and all that. I like it. Oh yeah.
I'll say this, man. I'll say this. Some of these press conferences are pretty boring. Okay. As a big time boxing fan, I love boxing and everything. Some of these press conferences are pretty hard to watch. They just are, man. When they're just showing like a lot of respect. Cool, that's good, respectful and everything. But from an entertainment standpoint of view, it does make you a little hard to watch. And then you got a press conference where it's like an hour and a half, and it's like I'm starting to get a little bit bored, man. You know, I just want to hear what they got to say just so I could be up to date. But do I want them to be flipping tables and doing all that desmadre? Nah, not to that extent. But what you're talking about, Mikey, you know, I want to hear a little smack talking, man. I want to hear a little back and forth, a little, hey, what's up, homie? Well, what's up? Let's throw it down right now. Even if it's staged, as long as you stage it in a way where we don't know that it's staged. Basically, lie to me, but don't make it seem like, yeah, what's up? Oh, let me stand this way because the camera's over here. Yeah, what's up, dog? Like, okay, don't make me, don't make us keep the kayfabe, as they say in wrestling. You know, if you're gonna stage it, cool, stage it, but stage it right. Make it believable. And I'm cool with it, man, to a certain extent. Tyson Fury's dad, I'll tell you guys this, man. You know, for all the heat that we give all kinds of to all the dads, I mean, that's one dad right there. I mean, that dude said he'll fight everybody. He's the one that started it all, man. So just to finish up with that right there, Tommy Fury, who is an actual boxer, sort of. I mean, the guy doesn't really fight. His last fight was against Jake Paul. He's fighting these YouTubers because he's saying he's bringing death. He is killing the YouTube boxing. David, you cool with that? He's trying to eliminate this YouTube boxing. That's why he's fighting these YouTubers.
Dude, he's fighting YouTubers because he can't box real boxers, man. That's the bottom line. You know, he could say all he wants. Dude, put him in there with somebody his weight class, he's not going to last.
Okay. All right. Mikey, I'll say you, man.
Oh, man. He's a professional. He knows how to throw a jab, but he can't beat any real boxer. And these YouTubers and all of these they make money, man. They look at Jake Paul. It's a green print. He's not gonna give. He has a good chance of winning. KSI. Oh my God, the name and this. Matchroom, right? Or is it Matchroom that they're promoting this? They're smart, dude. They're pay-per-view. They're making money. Good undercards. It's entertaining, man, and people want to get entertained. So they're giving you what you want, and he's getting a nice bag, I bet, and he's going to continue to do it.
Do you like that he's trying to kill the YouTube boxing era? He said that's why he's fighting these guys. That he wants to eliminate these YouTubers in boxing.
He just says that, man. He can't be no real professional. So the best thing is to fight these YouTubers and make a great bag, and he has a good chance of winning too. And he said, "I'm going to destroy the YouTube." Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's all Tommy Fury, man. Look at the dad. This is all staged. The dad's fucking part of the problem, if you want to call it the YouTube, and that it's fake. His dad doing some WWE type of thing. So I don't get it.
Hey, man, right here. Tio Lopez Jr., Angel Garcia, John Fury are all cringe. Yeah. All of them, man. I would say this to Tommy Fury, okay? As a boxing fan, don't try to get me on your side, Holmes, about like, oh, I'm trying to kill these boxing YouTubers, man, so we can actually have boxing and bring respect back to the sport of boxing. Because some of these YouTubers, especially like somebody like Jake Paul, has done so much for the sport of boxing. And by the way, Mr. Tommy Fury, if it weren't for these YouTubers, nobody would know who you were. Nobody would watch any of your fights. You wouldn't be making any money. And I don't even think you'd be winning any fights, Holmes. So chillax, dog. Go ahead, fight these YouTubers. I truly believe that one day one of these YouTubers is going to beat them. So, but
you know what? I'm with Joaquin Zamora. Tommy wants money because he'll get smashed against real fighters. I'm there.
I agree.
Yep.
I'm with you,
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree.
Well, hey, Ed, let me ask you a quick question. So, for the next 3 weeks, we don't got any great fights. The next great fights that are coming up are September 15th on the Friday. Corpus Christi, you got Luis Alberto Lopez, Joet Gonzalez. It's going to be a good fight. Alexander Sayas, Emiliano Vargas, some good fighters. And then the following day, which hopefully you're going to get the pass to go to the fight. You got right here, the 16th. You got Camarón fighting William Cepeda Camarón against Mercito Gesta there in Commerce. Do you think that for the next 3 weeks they did this on purpose because the NFL and college football is starting, or do you think that somebody dropped the ball?
I think somebody dropped the ball. I mean, college football does play on Saturday, but not the NFL. I think somebody dropped the ball, man. Yeah, I mean, look, there's not a lot of big fights in the next few weeks, or there hasn't been big fights. I mean, there
hasn't for the past 2 weeks.
Just like we talked about, Alexander Usyk should be a big fight tomorrow because he's heavyweight champion, but it's not. We're like in a good 5-week little bit of a drought when we talk about big fights, you know. So
but yet 2 or 3 weeks ago on a Saturday, we had 3 channels with great fights, and then a week before another 3 channels with great fights. We have to have 3 TVs on instead of just saying, "Hey, this one's a slow week. We'll put this great fight," so we don't have to have 3 TVs on. You know?
Yeah. And David, Ed, I think, if I'm not mistaken, September? When is the 10 de septiembre? Whatever. That's when the Mexican holiday, and UFC's taking those dates. So the 16th. So UFC's taking those. They've been known to take those dates already. They got.
Apparently
that night. Yeah, Cepeda fight in Commerce that night.
Yeah, if anybody's watching, man, if anybody's watching and they're gonna go to the William Cepeda fight, I'll be there. We're trying to get credentials, man, so we could be part of the media. But even if we don't get credentials, I'll be there, man. So if anybody wants to go and drink a pisto and watch the fights, man, I will be there, homie, at the Commerce Casino. But David, anything else, brother, before we wrap it up?
No, you know what? If you guys like the occult, Santeria, Santa Muerte, exorcism, this next Tuesday on the Gray Line, the story behind the Blue Line YouTube channel, we are going to have an expert out of El Paso, Texas, former U.S. Marshal. He's going to be on our show, and he goes undercover into all these Santeria places. We're going to show not live videos, but videos on our live show of him doing a Santeria with a Santa Muerte and all that stuff. So if you like that stuff, at 6 o'clock Tuesday, don't forget, watch it on the Gray Line, the story behind the Blue Line. It's going to be a great episode, 6 p.m.
Yeah, you guys are doing good.
What did you think about the show this week on the Nuestra Familia?
It was good, man. It was really good. Yeah, that guy had a lot of good info. Really good stuff. Mikey, anything else, brother, before we wrap it up?
Mikey TV.
Yeah, man, I just want to say thank you. On Mikey TV, check me out. I haven't uploaded anything. I couldn't see, but thank you for everyone for their prayers and the chats and the shout outs. Hey, Dave, Ed, thank you, man. I'll be back. My voice is getting a little bit better. My mouth is getting better, little by little. And I got some videos, a whole bunch of videos I need to upload. I've just been fucking hurting, and I took a little setback. I got knocked down, but I'm gonna come back. And definitely, I want to check out David's show, man. That Santeria, it's like it's a big thing going on in Mexico. The cartels are really getting into that in African. Now they're really killing each other and sacrificing each other because they're mixing that African religion. Before it was, el Dios de este, and they believed in God. Now these guys are believing in the devil and freaking some African freaking what is it called, gods and all that. It's crazy. They're sacrificing, killing people. It's just nasty, man. And you heard these little, like 6 college students got killed by the cartel and all that. Man, it's sad, man. It's sad over there, man. So,
Mikey, they not only got killed, they made them fight like what do you call it? Gladiators. They made them kill.
Dude, I heard.
And then
there's videos of
the guy that won, that ended up chopping the other guy's head. They got him, threw him in the back of the car, and they lit the car on fire with him alive. The winner.
Wow.
That's how they made the winner. But they made him kill his 5 best friends or his 4 best friends.
Oh, why though? Why? What did they do? They had.
They're animals.
Yeah,
they're animals.
That's what I'm saying. They're tapping into some African deities, some devil shit. It's not freaking I'll shoot you, I'll kill you. Hey, it's some nasty shit, dude. And man, I hope it stops, man. So I'll definitely tune in. Mikey TV, check out Cholo Trucker. Everybody, man, we're coming back.
Yeah, man. Hey, for my man David Contreras and Mike Zavala, Cholo Trucker, shouts to all the Chingones and Chingonas. Whatever you guys do this weekend, be safe doing it so we can come back and do it again. Catch you guys on the next round.